into it.
So recently I caught up with an old friend and she was telling me that she got divorced, and I was so surprised because her and her husband were such a cute couple and they had been together for 11 years. So I asked her, like, what happened? I figured something bad happened. She's like, honestly, I was just bored. Like, my husband, all he did was work. I was a stay-at-home mom. We had 3 kids and I just got lonely and bored. And she says that when she would bring it up, like, he would take her out, but it was just boring to her. Like, she needed some excitement in her life. She just felt like she was just a mom and a wife, and her husband just wasn't doing that for her. And she had other friends that had, boyfriends, or like they had just got married and they were always going out, always going on vacation, always partying, like going to the club, going to the bar, hanging out with friends, and they did none of that. And when she would bring it up to her husband would always tell her, like, I gotta work. Like, they had a big house, they had nice things. Like, he was just trying to work. So they ended up getting divorced. And now, she's single, she lives alone, she's working, and she's dating. So then I told her, oh, well, that must be exciting, like dating and stuff. And she's like, no, I fucking hate it. And I was like, why? And she's like, because all they want to do is just have fun. They just want to go to the club. They just want to go to the bar. They just want to hang out, have a good time, and then that's it. She said, no one wants to help me out. Like, I'm trying to find someone that's going to help take care of my kids. She's like, I just want someone to be a provider, not just a good time. So I was all like, well, wasn't that what your husband was doing?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
And she's like, I know. And I guess now her ex-husband is dating someone, like, seriously. They have been divorced for a total of 3 years, and he has been dating this girl for 2 years. She has 2 kids, and they're already living together. She says that he's fully taking care of her. Like, the girl doesn't work, she's a stay-at-home mom. They haven't had any new kids, but they're planning on having kids. And she's pissed because she's like, how can he move on so fast? Like, I can't even find nobody, and he just found someone so quick, and he didn't even want to give us another try, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was so confused because I was like, okay, so you divorced him because he was always working and you were bored. So now you are single, going out, having a good time, dating, but you don't like that. Now you want someone to take care of you, a provider. And your ex-husband, all he wanted to do was be a provider. That's why now he is dating someone who he has no problem providing for her and her kids. And she's pissed because she's like, why would he go and find someone who has kids? Like, he already has kids. Why would he want to take on that responsibility? And I'm like, wait, aren't you looking for someone to take on that responsibility?
Wait a minute.
This is bullshit.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Giving her a hard time, I'm not gonna lie, because it was kind of funny to me, because I was like, I could tell that she regretted her decision. I could tell. And I've seen a lot of people do shit like this where they get divorced for reasons that are not, I'm not gonna say they're not valid, because everybody's feelings are valid, but they're fixable problems. Like, I don't know if you guys have this wrong idea of marriage that it's supposed to be like fun and happy all the time. It's not. I feel like every relationship literally depends on compromise. Like, you gotta compromise something. You cannot have everything. And to be honest with you, like, if she was willing to give up on him that quick, like, maybe she just didn't love him that much. Because I cannot even imagine just me being like, oh, I'm bored, I'm gonna divorce my husband, like, no, you figure it out, you work it out. But I could tell that she's regretting it, because what she thought she wanted is not what she thought she wanted.
I just seen a video of a woman telling the story about her friend, right? It's in my repost, y'all can go check. She basically said her friend was married to her man, right, for years. Right down the road, they had kids together. He's providing. She was a stay-at-home mom, but she got bored. She got so bored to the fact that she was just like, he's not doing enough. He's not enough. I'm going to divorce him. So that's what she did, right? So later on, 2 to 3 years down the road, that's how long they've been divorced. She goes into the dating market and she's just like, wow, I'm looking for a provider now. Mind you, that's exactly what her ex-husband was doing. he was being a provider. So she was like, wow. Her friend was like, wow, like, wasn't that just what your ex-husband was doing? She was like, yeah, and now she's regretting it, right? And guess what the ex-husband is doing now? He went and found another woman that he's providing for, and they've been together for 2 years, and he's taking care of that woman's children, right? And now the ex-wife is like, wow, like, why would he go get another woman with children already? And the friend was like, wow, wasn't you just trying to look for a man to provide for you and your kids, doing the same thing that he's doing? Like, it's a big hypocrisy thing, right? But it all boils down to this, right? In 2025 and in this past 30, 40 years, people have been divorcing for no reason. This is why I suggest people start opening up the Bible a little bit. I'm not going to say go be a Christian and go deep in, but read these books, bro. In the Bible, it says that you're really not supposed to divorce your partner unless they cheat on you, unless they commit adultery, unless they step out on you. But people are sitting here divorcing their partner simply because they're tired and bored. This is literally what y'all are doing. Now she's sitting here regretting her decision. This is what you chose. And now you just lost your man. Good luck. Like, people literally sit here and break up and get divorced over the smallest things that can be worked on. But abuse and cheating, whole different story. But people are sitting here leaving their relationship because they're bored and, oh, he's not doing this and da-da-da. Y'all are weak. Y'all cherish your partners. Start cherishing your partners, bro. Start being grateful for your partners, because listen, coming outside and being in the streets thinking you're going to find better, you're not going to do it. You're simply not going to do it.
I thought this clip was pretty interesting. Not surprising, but interesting. Check this out.
Like, I see a tremendous number of divorces when husband and wife are both working and husband loses job. Big precipitator for divorce. I've seen a lot of women that when their spouse loses the job and they become the breadwinner, they find that very unappealing. That a man as the breadwinner was appealing. The man as economic equal is appealing. The man as I have to take care of him financially and provide for him, very uncomfortable. So I see when a man loses his job, I would love if they kept statistics on these kinds of things, but I can tell you in my practice, I've seen plenty of women lose their job. It has no impact on the marriage. Men lose their job in a heterosexual male-female marriage. It is disastrous consequences a great deal of the time.
Now, is this saying something that most men don't know? Absolutely not. We know a lot of women do not want to be in a situation where they're taking care of a man. But the problem I have with this is, once you're married, that is a different ballpark to me. Because in marriage, right in the vows, it says for richer or for poorer. Men got this memo. See, the men are cool. They got that memo. They say, hey, baby, lose your job, we'll work it out. But a lot of these women are ignoring that part. They're throwing it out the window, just like they throw out a lot of other stuff. And they're only focusing on the richer. Again, if this is just a boyfriend and girlfriend and he loses a job and she leaves, that sucks. But that is nothing compared to a wife leaving her husband. Because a lot of times there's kids involved, there's a house, the funds are combined, and she's breaking down everything they built because of a moment, because of how she's feeling. I want to stress, this is not all of them. There are some women out there who will hold you down. They will do what they got to do to make sure the house is taken care of, and they will support and encourage their man to get back on his feet. But there are a lot of them that are going to hop on the midnight train to Georgia. And it sucks because we all talk about why marriage is dying and why people don't want to do it. It's because of stuff like this. It makes it hard for somebody to want to sign up for this, knowing that if something goes wrong at any moment, she's probably going to bounce.